New energy, new friends, new connections are coming to you, but first you have to release the old baggage so you can welcome in new love during this new full moon or new moon in Cancer. Now, if it's your first time here, my name is Tyson, and this is Owning Purpose, helping you to discover your gift and own your purpose in life. And on this channel, we talk about personal growth, spirituality, breaking limiting beliefs, and relationships, okay? And I'm excited about this video because although I don't really talk about astrology, or I'm not talking about zodiac signs a lot on this video, on this channel, I think that releasing old baggage is one of the key ways that we can actually manifest new love and new experiences. And it's funny because as I was meditating literally probably 10 minutes ago before I started filming this video, I got this download of new moon in Cancer actually means releasing a lot of things emotionally. And it's funny because I picked up this green pen when I was starting to write. And green is often the signal of, or the sign of, healing. It's the sign of peace. It's the sign of nature, right? And so it's also the sign of go, right? Like maybe going to a new relationship instead of staying in the past relationship. So I really believe that one of the things I learned when I started actually releasing this old baggage was I actually didn't even want what I thought that I wanted. And a lot of it became mundane energy. And what I mean by this is, for example, I used to have a lot of illusions around my ex. I used to have a lot of illusions around, old people that I dated. And I thought that, okay, they could come back, or they could change, or they could do all these things. And I just created a video, actually, I'm gonna pop it up in the cards, about how to get out of these false narratives and these illusions or fantasies that we create around a person, that we think that they're gonna become something and they're actually not even that person at all. And we make these imaginary stories in our head that don't relate to the actual reality of the situation. So old baggages can come in so many ways. I mean, we could stay in a relationship for too long that we don't want to be in. It can also come in friendships. We can be around friends, just hanging out around a friend, or maybe a friend is living with you and they're just not contributing. They're treating you horribly. They're not, being kind, and, you're just keeping them in the house, or you're letting them live with you because you don't want to be mean. Right? You don't want to be seen as the asshole of the friendship, And so one of the things I realized was when we understand this old baggage that we hold on to, and we say, okay, you know what? I know this is not serving me. And so now I release it because I want new things. I want to have new energy. Do you want new energy, new friends, new love? If you do, smash the like button down below so I can know that you actually want to experience new energy, new friends, new love. And one of the ways that I found this so profound and helpful is to actually start journaling. And I started doing this probably about a year ago. I actually took journaling seriously. And I started recognizing a lot of things versus what I want and what I actually need. And what I wanted was certain things to work out, to get that call again, to get that text again, to get that visit again, right? Or to get that experience again. And then what I realized I needed was, I already had these experiences with these people. And if I had this experience again, just hearing their name, just seeing their face, it just is so mundane to me. I'm deserving of something new. So when we can understand that a lot of the things of what's not serving us can actually bring us new pieces of love, it actually is really exciting. But the question is, how do we actually start doing this? We first want to become aware. And you guys, if you guys have binge watched any of my videos, you guys know that in my Inner Child Healing series, I talk a lot about awareness. Because when we become very clear on how this relationship went and what we believe we desire and deserve in love, or deserve in a friendship, or deserve in a job, whatever it is, we start to understand that, hey, there is a new chapter, there's a new path, there's a new way going about dealing with having and attracting new things. And during this new moon in Cancer, Cancers are very known for emotional intelligence, being very, empathic, or very sensitive to their emotions. And I dated one. So it's so funny because I'm a Capricorn and he was a Cancer. So we're kind of like the mom and dad of the zodiac signs, which I think is interesting. But I also have a cousin who's a Cancer. And what I know about these people, They are very tuned in. And because we're having a new moon in Cancer, I believe it's July 9th, which I think is Friday, that allows everyone, no matter what place you're in your life. You know, I'm getting ready to graduate. I'm getting ready to potentially have a new place at some point this year. Definitely into early next year, but something along those lines. You know, it's just a lot of change that's happening in this timing right now. And so no matter where you're at, no matter if it's a career, love, whatever, you have to understand that stressing about things of the future, trying to force things to happen that aren't supposed to be happening, you're not going to get back with that guy because his energy is not right for you. Have you ever looked at somebody's Instagram page, or you ever maybe seen that person out in public and you get like this sick feeling in your stomach, right? You start to feel like, ooh, like I'm not even attracted to that anymore. Like I don't want nothing to really do with that. It's nothing about me being negative or me being mean. It's just I simply don't align with that anymore. That is called growth. That is called you are no longer in alignment with that. That thing no longer serves you. So when we learn to call upon our ancestors, when we call upon our guides, our spiritual team, to actually reveal to us what do we need to be working on right now. I have actually, it's interesting, but I do have a lot of sexual energy that builds up in my spine. And the last 2 days, it's been very, very strong. I think even today, it's been very strong. But I was really thinking to myself, what are my ancestors? What are my guides trying to tell me right now? What do I need to be paying attention to so that I can not only release this old baggage, but that I can also attract new friends, because I really am wanting new friends. I also feel that I am attracting a new lover. I don't necessarily know where. I know it's definitely not in the town I'm at right now for school, but I do believe that there is a new shift and a new thing being taken place. So I want you to ask yourself these questions. If you're still here, thank you. I appreciate you, and you're loved and appreciated. I want to know, why are you still holding on to these baggages? And what are you holding on to it for? Okay, go back and rewind that so you can get those questions, write them down, think about them, jot them down. It could be a sentence or two. Reflect on those things. Because one thing I will tell you, for an example, I was holding on to my ex at one point. I was holding on to a lot of things. And these are all things that I have really healed from now. I've done a lot of deep work, a lot of like long nights with this journal, okay? And I realized that, you know, a lot of what I wanted was never what the relationship actually was. And I can't blame someone else for what they didn't know at the time, but I also can't blame myself. But I can say, because I've gone through that situation, I've dated other people, and I've realized that who I am now and what I desire now was no longer, I wasn't even in that space months ago or years ago. And so I want you to really think to yourself, because when you learn the art of releasing this old baggage, you become a brand new being. And it's exciting because then you get to tap into, what is fun out here? What can I explore? And it feels so much more freeing, because now it feels like there's a whole field of opportunity. It isn't just this one person or these couple of people you've been focusing on. There's a world of opportunity now opened up to you, because you deserve it. You deserve to have that love if that's what you desire in your life. So I started realizing that it's okay to open up. And I've talked about before in my relationship series videos that I'm doing now, and also in my inner child healing series, I talked a lot about sexual shame that I had. And it was because of being black and being, in a Christian school for 4 years, and doing all of these religious, basically reprogramming myself. And understanding a lot of that baggage had me judging people when I was in dating situations, and had me feeling very uncomfortable, but trying to force things that I knew that wasn't right for me. And so now that I'm in a place where I can know in my energy, I ask my ancestors, please, as I heal, I only want to have people who are in my alignment, who make me feel good energetically. And I can tell you that this is a fact for me, I can only speak from my experience, when you start to heal, when you really start to understand all of these things, when you start to purge. I talked about me having sexual energy in my spine and how I literally feel like I'm purging. I'm still purging now. I'm purging out all of these things that no longer serve me, these people that don't serve me, these illusions that I'm creating around my own life, my own, maybe self-believing or non-self-believing limiting beliefs that I'm creating. I'm purging everything out because I know that my guides and I know that the universe will only align me with what I believe I'm deserving of, and only align me with those who have actually done the work themselves. Because believe it or not, even people that are around you right now, they are in alignment with you. That's why when you're around them and you feel peace, you feel happiness, you don't feel sick, you don't feel drained. Okay, and if you're around someone and they leave you and they feel drained, do not invite that person over again. Or ask yourself, is there something that maybe was toxic within myself? But the whole point of this is, if you want to have new love, take time in this Cancer energy. Take time just within the day. Take time to love yourself. Take time to reflect back on, where does this come from? I have an inner child healing series. If you guys have went through anything of religious trauma, stuff with your parental guardians when you were a kid, maybe you were an orphan or whatever it is. I don't know your situation, physical abuse, anything like that. I want you to please make sure you go to that inner child healing series, because a lot of people actually struggle a lot with releasing old baggage from childhood. And that's why they keep attracting the same men. Because all they say is, oh, men ain't, men are crap, men ain't, and I'm never going to attract love into my life. And they say these things, and then they don't realize that these words that you're speaking out come into your life. I was going to say they orchestrate into your life. That didn't make sense to me. But they come into your life. You literally manifest what you believe. So if you believe that you can get rid of these old baggages, you will get rid of them. If you believe that once I can get rid of these old baggages, or I am so happy and grateful now that I'm getting rid of all baggages that do not serve me. And I say that right now for myself. I am getting rid of all baggages that don't serve me. Once you say that, you will start to experience change. Healing is a long process. A lot of people who get into spirituality, a lot of people who get into manifestation and who believe in law of attraction and all these things, they think that it's just going to come fast. I've had to do more releasing old baggages in this room by myself, crying, not understanding, and I'm okay with going through it by myself. My mom would be like, oh, why aren't you, telling me? Because I believe that my spirit, and I was put here by my ancestors to evolve and I have the power and the ability to grow through this on my own. Not everything, but there are certain things that I can do. And I see my life now releasing old baggages. So I'm saying all that to say that when we can release these baggages in old love, and we can understand that we are deserving of new and precious love, and we are deserving of love that, whether it's long lasting, doesn't mean it has to be your whole life. Okay? When you can surrender how you think it's going to be. As a Capricorn, I am a person who is very traditional. I'm a person who can be very practical. But I have learned that I actually have let go of those traditional beliefs and some of the practicalities. I still have certain things I like to keep, but a lot of that, oh, I have to be with this person for a year and oh, we got to be together for 4 years. I cut all that off. Because that doesn't give the universe and give myself, it doesn't give myself, most importantly, free room to roam around and say, I'm open. And say, let me meet this person and not have an obsession and not have clinginess and not have attachment and not be obsessed. I created a video on how to stop obsessing over an ex and a manifestation. So please go watch that. Okay, I'll put it up in the cards as well. But I believe that the more that we can learn to stop creating illusions, one, the more that we can heal, the more that we can ask ourselves, why are we holding on to these baggages? Why are we holding on to this person? What is the reason for this? If we can really get deep, do I have inner child wounds that was hurting me from a coach that said something to me years ago, a teacher, a parent, a family member, a stranger? How do we let go of these things? And I can't answer that for you. You have to be willing and be brave enough to go through your own journey. I realized that a lot of my baggage in love was because I didn't have a lot of love in myself. A lot of my baggage came from expecting my ex when we first moved to college to create my college experiences for me. A lot of my baggage was obsessing over someone that really didn't, I don't think, emotionally cared as much, or just moved on and just didn't want to explain anything. And then the third thing I would say about my baggage is I just didn't know who I was. I didn't tap into my power at that point in time. And I wasn't dealing with a lot of the shame that I had. And so, as someone who is young, who is black, who is going through the same type of young people experience, I understand you, but I also say that you are deserving of what you desire. And so when you can understand that thoroughly, when you finally have the aha moment, and maybe this video did the aha moment for you, but I just think that this video is crucial. And I wanted to create this for you so that way you can understand that this new moon in Cancer is here to help you evolve. It's here to help you grow. So I'm so sorry if this video was a little long. I hope that you enjoyed it. I just had a lot of information that was being infused, and I wanted to speak to you about it. Please stay tuned for the next video. I am going to talk about the magnetic attraction in love and money and manifestations, relationships, love. I really believe that we are powerful beings on this planet, okay? We can manifest anything that we desire. Heal yourself, love yourself. Make sure that you drop a comment down below, drop a question down below, hit that notification bell and the subscribe button if you like personal growth, breaking limiting beliefs, relationships, or spirituality type content. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.